Good morning, good evening, good night, wherever you are. Welcome to another edition of Love Bay Afrobeats Music Talk Radio Station. It's the England Roger Sports Hour, and Roger, we're down to the finals of the ICC Cricket World Cup.
Good morning, everybody, and it's about my time to brag about India.
I'm 1-1. We'll talk about that later on, but yeah, I'm 1-1 in
It's
that
a
call.
beautiful morning.
I'm still sticking with the team that I chose
Oh
a minute
boy,
ago. So we will discuss further when we get into the cricket. But
for
yeah, a lot
sure, for
to
sure,
happen. A lot. We'll talk about how they got there and what's happening and their records, etc.
for
So
sure, for sure.
um, yeah, other things that we're gonna talk some track and field, but mostly off field stuff.
All outfield.
Yeah, all off field stuff.
That's a crazy outfield stuff going on.
Yeah, a lot of things. Elaine changing again. Wow.
That's a
I
big
still
wow.
I'll give you my prediction on Elaine for the World Cup.
Oh my.
I think, yeah, I'll tell you about that later on. But I have a thought about Elaine and for the Olympics, sorry,
For
not
the
World Cup.
Olympics. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
So we'll talk about
yeah.
that. We
Interesting.
we will get into discussions. As usual, we'll start with the other sports that we follow, like the Formula One. This weekend
Yes.
is Vegas, and I happened to get up in the morning. So I got up early morning, I
Hmm.
think around 6 o'clock, and they were still having the practice in Vegas at 3 a.m.
Yeah, I noticed that.
Yeah,
I
and
I don't know. What do you think about what's going on in Vegas? Because it's a
so
contentious topic, apparently.
it seemed to be, yeah. And I mean, the first thing that went bad on the track was there was a manhole that
You know,
damaged a car.
I still can't believe that.
No, I
I
can't.
cannot believe that. And it was Carlos Sainz Ferrari.
Yeah, it was Ferrari.
Yeah, and it hit the manhole cover that was loose, and man, they had to cancel the first session.
Yeah,
So
it was.
that's why they were going so late. But man, oh man,
It's just
contentious.
it's very contentious.
Some people think they shouldn't be there, right?
Right. There's a lot of people think they shouldn't be there, and even Verstappen said it's a show.
Yeah,
He said,
yeah. Lewis Hamilton tried to straighten him out and saying, take it easy, buddy, take it easy and stop
hmm
complaining. Stop complaining. But
yeah,
it's a gamble to bring it there. But if it goes off, you never know. It would probably go really, really well. But
if
you
it
can't
goes
come and
in,
say it's 99% show and 1% sport. I mean,
yeah, you
that's
can't
a
say
little
that.
disrespectful, I must admit. So,
Yeah, definitely. Um, Not sure what's happening with Mercedes this week. Well, Hamilton, I must say this
well,
weekend
yeah, he's
because he is way down. Leclerc took the pole,
the pole. Yeah, yeah.
and I think Russell is third, but Hamilton was down in 10th position, so he struggled.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with his car, but as I say, maybe it's not a Mercedes thing because Russell is in third. But maybe it's a Hamilton thing. I
Maybe
don't
so
know.
Hamilton.
I don't know.
Because prior to the, I don't know if you saw it, but prior to them going there, there was an article saying that he was banned from the casino. He was
Oh,
not allowed to
really?
go to the casino. Yeah. So,
Wow.
yeah,
That's
his
that,
Mercedes team said he couldn't go there.
that's
That
a big
was,
one.
yeah, it was.
That's strange. Is he a big gambler?
I don't, maybe he just likes to go and have fun. And I mean, like,
He's a fun guy. I can see
yeah.
that. I can see
So,
that. But a banning, he must be there must be a problem for him to get
yeah, it
talk
must be
about being banned.
yeah, it must have been a problem. So maybe he a little bit more than just a fun gambler.
Fun gambler, I know. 'Cause
Yeah,
I know. Whenever I'm there, I see some people sometimes playing games, and it's like, they're betting 20,000, 50,000. I'm like,
I,
okay, okay.
yeah,
How does this work?
yeah. It's crazy. It's, I
Yeah, so
mean,
maybe he has a lot of money. He has
yeah,
a
yeah.
$100 million contract, so I guess he can afford to do whatever he wants.
He can afford it. So he can bet whatever he wants and
Yeah,
how much and whatever else he wants to do.
wants
He's
to
fine
do.
with it. Yeah.
Exactly.
So I don't
Uh,
see.
As long as he
Why?
shows up on the track when he's supposed to show up on the track, there should be no problems.
Yeah, they might as well have let him go because he had to be on the track at 3 o'clock in the
In the
morning.
morning, anyway. I
Yeah.
know. And I
So
hope it goes well. I mean, apparently they spent a lot of money to bring
yeah,
it there, and it's a lot of splash and glitter, and you know, they said it's about 400 million pounds they spent to bring it there for the first time in 41 years. So, they're trying to make it be like a Super Bowl of the F1 season, right? So
right.
they spent a lot of money on it. So for their sake, I mean, there's just a lot of bad press everywhere you look. You had Toto Wolff, the Mercedes principal. He's swearing at people
Hmm.
in the press conference. You got Lewis Hamilton getting banned. You got Verstappen calling it a 99% show. So they need to have a wonderful race on Sunday. Is all I
They
can say.
need to, yeah, they need to, and I'm sure it's going to be full of all the stars are going to be coming out because
Yeah,
it's
that's I think what they really want, right? It's
yeah,
Vegas, and they get all the stars there. It should be a wonderful event. Should be a really
it
cool
should
event.
be, and yeah, I'll get a chance to watch it. I hope tomorrow
Tomorrow, yeah,
after the World Cup finals.
yep, yep.
Yeah, we'll get a chance. Anything else in Formula One that's happening that we need to talk
No,
about?
no, just the Las Vegas Grand Prix. That's the
Hmm.
big thing going on, the chaos happening there. But yeah, that's about it for now for Formula One.
That's about it. And so we can talk about then the ATP tennis finals. And
Yeah,
no big surprises there except that we didn't get probably we're not going to get the finals that we would have liked.
because they're playing in the semifinals.
Right. So it's going to be Sinner and Medvedev in the one final,
Yeah,
semifinals, and then Alcaraz and Djokovic in the other
yeah,
because
yeah.
both lost, you know. Um,
Yes.
they-
Yeah, it's weird. That tournament is just going sort of all over the place. But I hope it settles down now that it gets to this stage.
well, it's the scores right now in the first semifinal is Sinner is up 6-3, and in the second set Medvedev 5-4. So he's up one set, but Medvedev bouncing back. He's up 5-4 to look to tie.
Yeah, yeah. Who do you like there? You think Medvedev can come all the way back?
I I think so. I think Medvedev will come back and beat Sinner, and
Yeah, I tend to agree with that. I mean, but Sinner seems to be playing pretty consistent tennis though, so
yeah, he's been playing some
it's
good tennis.
yeah, it's
Yes,
not going to be easy to beat him.
that's so true. And the other half, who do you like there? Alcaraz and Djokovic.
You know, Djokovic is number one again in the world ranking for the record extended eighth time,
Hmm.
but he doesn't seem to be as sharp this tournament, in my opinion. Neither does
Agree with you.
Alcaraz. I'm not even sure. I mean, it's one of those. It's almost like a toss-up, but I'm leaning towards Alcaraz.
Yeah, I think it's time Alcaraz beat him.
He did it at
Yeah,
Wimbledon, and he needs to do it again.
yeah, I think so. It's slightly different surface, but
Yeah,
still, he
but
should
this
be
is
able
his
to.
surface.
It is
Alcaraz is
his,
yeah.
correct.
So I'm feeling that if he's a chance to beat him, and I think he gets pumped up to play Djokovic. So
Yes. So that match goes this afternoon at 3 p.m., is it?
yeah,
Yeah, so I think wow, it's just gonna I wish it was the finals though. But
yeah. This is what I really wanted to see in the finals, and I mean,
yeah.
yeah, I mean Alcaraz beat Medvedev to get to the semifinals.
Hmm.
So if Medvedev wins and Alcaraz wins, then it's going to be a rematch. So
Rematch, yeah.
yeah, but I was really hoping that this would have been the final. I mean, like, these two, I think, are the two best players out there right now, and it's always an interesting matchup when they meet up, and it's deserving of a final, not a semifinal.
Yeah, it's definitely is deserving of a finals. So we will follow those and update you if we have a final score for the first match before we finish. Go off
Crucial,
there.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
we'll give you
Yeah.
up there. Anything else you want to talk about? Any NBA updates or
Well, that's a
anything?
little more than tennis, So we
Mhm.
have to talk a little bit about Canada taking the Billie Jean
Oh
Cup.
yes, wow, yeah,
So,
because I think yeah, we were in the air when it was
for,
going on.
yeah, for the first time ever,
It was.
So kudos to them. Are we becoming a tennis powerhouse? I don't know, but it's looking that way from a Canadian perspective. But Leila Fernandez again. She sealed the deal by
Hmm.
beating Italy's Jasmine Pagliaroni on Sunday. So it's just awesome to see Canada winning trophies and to win the Billie Jean King Cup. It's a huge accomplishment. And it
So
also seen in the Marina Stakusik of Mississauga, so in our neighborhood here, who's
yeah,
breaking out.
she's a
She's
young
been
and
winning a
upcoming.
lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's gone 3-1 in the
Hmm.
Billie Jean King Cup last week.
Yeah, it's yeah, it was a fantastic win for Canada, and it was, I mean, they were so excited. I mean,
Oh
you
yeah,
can, yeah,
they're
Fernandez just,
bouncing off the walls, and I mean, deservedly so. First time ever. It's a huge accomplishment.
yeah, she just dropped her racket and ran to
Right.
her teammates to celebrate.
I
As
know.
much as you win in sports, as much as you win these individual accolades and individual matches, when you play for a team, it seems to mean so much more.
The team sports is it's so true. Individually, you want to really do well, but when you're winning as a team, it's an amazing, amazing feeling.
It
Truly
is.
amazing.
So, yeah, nothing much other than that there's a couple of, on the women's side, is nothing major, I don't think, any major
No,
tournaments on the women's
not
side.
right now. Not right now.
There's LP Open, but that's way down 125 tennis matches.
Yeah,
WTO, yeah. So nothing, and the top players are playing in. So
not right now. No.
yeah. Okay, great. As you mentioned, basketball. You want to talk a bit about that, or
Yes, basketball is going on. I mean, I watched a little of the Raptors last night and came close. No cigar. It
came
was a really
close? Yeah.
good game. I think they're showing that they can battle with people. I still don't think they have the firepower to scare anybody, but they really fought to the end and had a shot to tie it.
Hmm.
Scotty Barnes missed that three, but good game, good game. And I think a lot of people feel Boston is one of the top teams in the East
Oh
and
yeah.
could probably make it all the way to the finals. So
A
a good
lot
game.
of people are already calling for them to win this year.
Yeah, I think it's premature. I mean,
Mm,
Philly's still there, and so is Milwaukee. And
right.
that Lillard guy is not a joke, right? So when he's going up against with Giannis on his team, you can
Hmm.
never ever ever say they're not going to win. So that's a very strong duo there. So and Philly now with Embiid and Maxi coming on, and so yeah, I think it's going to be an interesting year. But I mean, Boston correctly stacked up, I think, for this year to go all the way.
So there, you probably think they do have a chance to get to at least the finals.
They have a very good shot. I mean, it's all about the playoffs, as you know. So no doubt about it, they're going to be in the playoffs, and I think they're probably going to be in the championship game. It's just a matter of will they have the guts to beat either Philly or Milwaukee, in my opinion.
Yeah,
And
it's gonna be.
don't write off the Miami Heat. I mean, I I sometimes don't know how they do it, but they find a way to do it. So they're
Yeah,
probably
they
going to be in the
do.
mix as well. So yeah, interesting year ahead. But it's just started, and for now, Boston looks like a stacked team in terms of the parts that they've put together.
Yeah, they do look like a good team. Some basketball. I was watching CNN last night, Roger, and I think it was
Mm,
Kevin Porter is back after serving some time for a domestic
yeah,
issue that he had.
I think so.
And yeah, and it didn't go down too well, I don't think, with
No.
some of the, yeah, because he made a statement. I hope I'm getting the right name. I don't want to accuse somebody else who's not. But the person who made the statement that he thinks wins will make people forget about it. And
Yeah,
so that didn't go over well with
yeah, that's
women
never gonna
on
go.
CNN. So
That's never
yeah,
gonna go over well. That's low, actually.
it was, yeah, they said they just wish he didn't say it, even if
Yeah,
he's
yeah.
taking it. Yeah,
You definitely should not be saying stuff like that.
yeah. So yeah, we'll see what
Yeah.
happens. And yeah, it's not going to go well for sure.
No, that'll
Yeah.
never go well. Never go well. But some other basketball news, the big move by James Harden to Los Angeles Clippers and expectations went through the roof. But guess what? They went 0-6 without him, with him.
without
Sorry.
with them. Yeah.
And then finally, they won a game last night in
And,
Houston. So I
there
don't
was
know.
some talk that Russell Westbrook volunteered to come off the bench to help the team
I don't know.
get
Was it
things.
a volunteer for real or?
I don't know if it was. That's what I saw, but I wonder if they just decided to make that change. But
Yes,
the
yes.
news suggested that he's the one who made the call and said that that's
I
would be
don't
best for the
know. It
team.
sort of sounded first like he accepted it, but yeah, maybe
Mm,
he's the one who made the call. Who knows?
yeah,
But it seems to be working for the team they won.
they
so,
won. Yeah, they won.
so maybe you should have done it a long time ago. but
Maybe yeah,
I think
106,
that's his
100
spot.
of the Rockets.
When I watch him play these days, I mean, he's not the Russell Westbrook of 5 years ago. So I
Yeah.
think he's a good six man, to tell the truth.
Hmm.
Very good six man. So yeah, it's probably a good move for them. They're a very dangerous team.
It is.
They are stacked as well. So it's going to be interesting to see how the later season goes. But I'm looking forward to see the Clippers in the championship game as well.
Yeah, it will be good for them to get there. But
Oh, for sure, for sure. I
Kawhi
mean,
wants to win more championships,
he
right?
wants to win more for sure, and Paul George wants to finally get
Well,
one. So
yeah.
we'll see. Did you see that fight
No, I
against
didn't. I
the
didn't actually.
Timberwolves and Warriors? I
No.
don't know, man. I mean, it's basketball, I guess, and people are just talking and pushing and whatever. But Draymond Green, I don't know
Hmm.
what the guy was smoking or drinking or something. Out of nowhere, he decided to grab the Timberwolves Rudy Gobert by the throat and choke him.
I saw a picture of the
It's
hold,
like,
but
what is he doing? What is going on? What's wrong with this guy?
yeah,
Even his coach, Steve Kerr, to come out and said he deserves to get the five, the five. He got
again,
a five game suspension. He said
but
he
yeah,
deserves to get it. I mean, this is ridiculous. It was not called for. Why did he do that? So when your
yeah.
coach can say that about you, you know how ridiculous it was.
Like, what makes you so angry to do that?
Exactly.
You
What was
know,
going on in his mind for him
what's
to come
going
up
on
with
in his
something
mind? Yeah,
just
that's
beyond me, beyond me.
yeah. It is. It really is beyond me to think about what he was thinking.
I don't think he
Yeah.
thinks. I don't think he
No,
thinks at
he
all.
just
He just
he
does,
just he just acted.
and then says he's sorry.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh boy.
Boy, great. Okay, that's it for basketball. But this weekend is the big weekend, and
CFL.
oh, yeah, the Grey Cup, but there's no Igos.
Yeah, I think I'd mentioned it that they're going to be in trouble because
Yeah,
Montreal is a very
Montreal.
strong defensive
Yeah,
team,
you did say that.
number two in the league for defense, and they beat them in the regular season.
Hmm.
And it's playoffs. You're not going to outscore people in the playoffs so easily, and that's what they ran into. They couldn't
Yeah,
outscore them.
they couldn't. And too many turnovers. So,
Way too many.
yeah,
The game gets harder when the other team is up on you, and then you try to force the game.
yeah.
Hmm.
And they couldn't
Very,
come
very.
back in the fourth quarter and make
No,
up that deficit. No.
it was just too much. And the sad part is that if they won, I would have gotten tickets to go watch the game tomorrow. But because my
Mm.
my buddy has a friend on the team, so he said, "Yeah, yeah, we got your tickets to come watch the finals." But they're not there, so I have no tickets. I gotta watch it
Oh,
on
I should have
TV.
known you wanted to go. A friend of mine called me and asked me if I wanted to go, and I told him I couldn't make it.
Ah, look at that. But
Look, yeah.
Going in though, Winnipeg. I think I watched some parts of their game, and I'm not sure. I don't even see how they can be beaten. To tell the truth, it sounds weird when I say they're heavy favorites and deservedly so. They're looking for their third win in 4 years, and
Mm-hmm.
trust me, it's going to be very difficult to beat them. I mean, Montreal is good, but from what I saw from Winnipeg, it's a complete team. It's not like the Argo, who is a very offensive-minded team. This is a complete team in Winnipeg.
Yeah, for all the sports that I see, like Winnipeg just seem to rule CFL. It's
They
like
they they do.
they always play well, whether they win the Grey Cup or not. They always have good seasons and play
They
very
do.
well.
They do.
Yeah.
And I mean, they're looking for their third win in 4 years. I mean, Argos won last year, and I
Hmm.
guess they're coming back for their title.
Yeah, they are, and it's be tomorrow. And a lot of things around the festivals and a lot of things around the Grey Cup. Even Shaggy was performing, right?
From it, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, a lot of things. So it's good. It's a great thing to
They're
see. I
making it a
hope.
big thing, which I like. You
Yeah,
know, it's Canada's biggest thing for football. So yeah, they should make it a big thing, and I'm happy to see that they're doing so.
yeah. In the city of Hamilton, there was a bus strike which they ended, and I'm
They
sure
fixed
that
that.
had something behind the
Yeah,
fix because of. So it's
can't
going to be
allow that
great.
to happen on a day like this. So everything
No,
has to be good. I mean, your city's going to be showcased. You got to have it
it,
ready.
it is. And from listening to the mayor and the different people talk about what they've planned, there's so much that's going to happen there
Yeah,
surrounding it. Yeah.
it'll be good
So
to
that's
watch
the
for
place
sure.
to be this weekend is Hamilton.
It sounds like that way. I
Yeah.
mean, I can't imagine just trying to move around when you're down there, but yeah,
Yeah.
it will
And
be.
on top of all that, I heard on the radio last night that they're having a Santa Claus parade as well.
Yeah,
So
this weekend, yeah.
this weekend,
Yeah.
so it's a busy weekend
Everything is happening at the
in,
same time.
in Hamilton for sure.
Hamilton is the place to be, apparently.
Yes. You any other sports you want to touch on before we get into
Just,
some?
just a quick touch on
Mhm.
golf. I mean,
Oh
Tiger
yeah.
Woods' son, Charlie Woods,
Oh yeah.
he
He's that's
won his high school state team championship. So,
yeah.
look out. Maybe he's coming up to be just as good as his dad. You never know. But,
He's got the fist bump for sure.
and he got something covered. So,
Yeah.
for sure. It's good to see that, he's taking on a sport that his dad is the greatest at. And it's going to be interesting to see how far he goes. But I think a lot of people are optimistic that he's one for the future.
I think he is. He has his times, and I follow what he does too. And there are times when he play really well, but don't seem to have the temperament of his dad. And his Tiger is trying to
The
teach him that.
coolness, the
Yeah,
coolness. Yeah,
he
yeah.
seems to get frustrated easily.
Easily.
So
Yeah.
yeah,
Little short tempered for
short
now.
tempered for
For
now.
now.
Yeah. So
For now.
Tiger made a great. He made a statement the other day. I was listening to him talk about golf, and it's so true. And it can be for any sport. He said, whatever you shot, if you're playing it by yourself in front of a million people, whatever it is, you got to still make the same shots,
Shot. Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So it's your mental part of it.
It's easier said than done, but that's 100% how it has to be. It's
Yeah,
to perform under the bright lights the same way you would when
the,
there's nobody there.
nobody up there. Yeah. So yeah,
Not
as you
easy.
said, it's not easy because yeah.
You talk to somebody like Asafa Powell who would kill you
Oh,
on the on the Diamond League and whatever, and as soon as it comes to championships, he's sweating and he's confused. So
I still remember that when he was on top of his game and Olympics and he lay down on the track. I was
yeah,
watching it with my brother,
2004.
and
Yeah,
my brother said he's gonna lose.
yeah. It's no obvious. You
Yeah.
know what? And I didn't know at the time the actual physical reasons, but it shut down his body. It actually shut
Hmm.
down his body. So when he had to
Right.
come back up, his body just wasn't as good as it was supposed to be. So
So
he
yeah,
gave away that race, but it was his race to lose, and he
it
found
was
a way
his
to lose it.
and it did. Yeah, for sure.
So
You're listening to Love Bay Afrobeats Music Talk Radio, England Rogers Sports Hour, and there's a lot to talk about in sports, cricket especially. You want to get into that now, the World Cup, and
oh,
tell
for
me,
sure, World Cup is
uh,
on tomorrow, man, and
you
I
getting
think
up at 3:30 a.m.?
maybe not. I hope India bats second, and then I wake up at 6 and watch it. But I think it's a good final. The two teams that are there, I think, deserve to be there.
Hmm. And I think so. And there's the South African coach. I was asked if he's going to watch the game, and he said he was a 1% chance
Really,
that he would watch the finals. He said he has no interest.
that's sad.
Yeah, it is sad, but
It's very sad.
yeah,
Well, that's a poor decision, but I mean, I don't know what did he say. What happened to his team? Why they got
he
they couldn't
didn't.
even they couldn't even make 250.
There's a lot of blame going on to Bavuma for that loss, but I
But
can't say it's not him. I can't say it's Bavuma because
well, he
they
made zero. But
he did, but the rest of the team is just
yeah.
not him. They were struggling.
Apparently, he said
Poor.
he wasn't feeling well though. I don't know why he would say that and then go out and play still and make zero.
He had some illnesses for the last few games, and
Mm.
that's what some people were saying that he should have not have played. But
Yeah,
the
exactly.
Clark looked at it different. He says he don't understand why people are blaming him because this is a guy who's injured, but still. went out
willing
to
to
fight
show up.
for his team.
True, you can look at it
Yeah,
that way too.
that's the way he looked at it. But
Yeah, it didn't help the team, but I mean, he went out fighting, so you got to give him credit for that.
yeah, you have to give him credit. And yeah, it's just unfortunate, as we talk about the semifinals, we can just stay on that for a bit. That match, we'll talk about this one first because the other that was the second match. But I
Yeah.
got up and I thought,
Watch India,
okay,
New Zealand.
actually did not wake up
Oh,
for
okay.
that one too much.
Okay.
I
Okay.
got up around 6 o'clock, as you would say, and
Yeah.
started watching. But like, I mean, Kohli again, India, New Zealand. Kohli is just fantastic. I mean, another century's 50th.
Is he the
Yeah,
greatest now, Mr. Ingleton Libert? Are you
no,
willing to agree that he's the GOAT?
he's the goat of this era, but not of all time. Not of all
Yeah,
time.
no, well, yeah, yeah. Yeah, it's a tough one to
I
say of
would
all time.
never. I would, I was actually looking at some stats, and I just always wonder how come we talk about Viv Richards, Kohli, Sachin, but Gavaskar name never come into the equation when it talks about Indian greats. But he was one of the greatest Indian batsmen.
I still think well, I mean, it's hard to say he's better than Tendulkar, but
Hmm.
Gavaskar for me was the man.
That's what I think too. But people don't
Yeah.
talk much about him.
No, no, it's all about Tendulkar and now Kohli. But
Yeah.
give Kohli credit, man. He has bounced back
Oh, he's
really,
bounced back
really
full.
well.
I mean,
Really well.
his 117 in that semifinal set up the whole thing. Him and
Good.
Shreyas Iyer just looked incredible too. The 105 and 70 balls. That
Yeah,
was
yeah.
such a great 397. I thought, yeah, maybe New Zealand allowed them about 40 runs too much
Too
because,
much. Yeah, yeah.
you know,
Well, you know, with cricket already, when these guys are on a roll, they're gonna just keep rolling, and that's what
yeah,
happened, right? They got into that rhythm, and it just became difficult.
yeah. And then it looked for a bit there that New Zealand would have chased it, but
They were chasing. They give it
they
a
were
good shot.
chasing, but they give a good shot for
They give it
sure.
a good shot. And
Well,
that sort of tells me that there's some weaknesses in India's team. But I mean, maybe they just felt they had too much on the board. But yeah, they if someone can come 320 something chasing 390, that tells me that they can be hit.
yeah, they can be, and it was a good pitch. And they played well. There was some controversy about BCCI changing the pitch
Oh,
and the pitch that they played on was a used pitch to suit
really?
India. Yeah, and
That's not fair.
Kane Williamson was diplomatic. He said it was good for both teams to bat on. Uh,
That's funny. That's
yeah,
funny.
yeah,
Wow, I didn't know that. I mean, but for tomorrow's game, the stadium holds 130,000 people
yeah. It's that's the biggest stadium.
for cricket in the
Yeah,
world, and I
yeah,
think it's going to be full.
yeah. So yeah, it's gonna be full. Some of my friends have sent me have friends who traveled there from here,
Oh, nice,
and they
nice,
sent me pictures of their tickets
pictures.
this morning. I woke up to
Nice.
WhatsApp with pictures of their tickets telling me
There you go. There
they
you
have the
go.
tickets to the finals. So great for them.
I think both teams can bat, and with a crowd like that and everything, the atmosphere is just going to be electric. I think it's shaped up to be an awesome finals tomorrow.
It's going to be good finals. And you look at where the teams came from, especially Australia. Australia didn't look like they had a chance earlier on,
Initially, yeah.
and everybody was counting them out after the first three matches. But I think, and you said that Australia
Yeah.
will always find a way to win.
Yes, yes. And
And
they're on a roll now, so India should actually be scared, actually.
they should be scared because Australia, they lost their first two matches, and everyone said, "Whoa, they don't look good."
They don't,
Then
yeah.
they went seven straight. India's gone 9-0. Roger, are we gonna
They're
go
unbeaten.
ten
You
and
keep
0?
saying it's time to lose that one. I don't know if this is the game that they're going to do it, but I think they're going to be unbeaten this tournament.
There, there could be. There's some discussion on that because of the pitch for tomorrow's final, that Ashwin may play and
Yeah,
Siraj might find himself on the sideline because they're thinking that Two reasons: it's a spinner's wicket, and
Yeah.
Australia don't play spin well.
Wow. That would be a huge call. Huge call. But if Ashwin, if he's on his game, he's very, very, very dangerous.
He would be, and Rohit Sharma actually said that 315 will be a winning total if you bat first.
Sounds like they want to bat first.
Yeah, because he says a team batting second is going to have difficulty chasing.
Chasing.
So that
Interesting.
tells me that the pitch is going to break up and probably
Yeah,
will
yeah.
spin more in the second.
That's interesting that he's already making the call as to how the game is gonna go.
And if they win
Oh,
the toss, there's so much controversy around this thing. There's so much people are saying things about fixing, about even the toss they're saying is fixed in India's favor. I don't know how you fix a toss, but
I have no idea.
yeah,
The toss is a very public thing.
it is. But
You spin a coin in the air. How do you fix that?
some people seem to think that they're shown one coin and given a different and whatever. So
Not at this
yeah,
level. Not at this level. I mean, I've heard
yeah,
that many times in lower level games, but not at this level.
not at this level. No, not at all. So,
That is ridiculous.
but
You know, but it just tells me that they need India wants to win the toss tomorrow, and if they don't win, and then Australia bats first, let's see how the game goes. I think that's the big thing that Rohit is trying to tell us, that they need to win the toss.
yeah, they need to win the toss. I think that's what he's saying for sure. Now, I'm not sure. Australia, the middle order batting, the top order is strong, but the
Yeah,
middle order with Smith and Labuschagne, they're good players. Don't get me wrong, but they're not one-day players.
no, and
But
Labuschagne seems to be well. He's just not hitting it off here. He's
no,
average at
yeah, he's
best.
struggling. Strike rate at like 58,
Yeah,
60.
yeah, yeah.
And they're so heavily dependent on Glenn Maxwell in the middle, and
Yep.
Josh English, the keeper, supposed to be a good player, but he has not really. He's
He
made
hasn't done
one
anything
good
yet.
inning. That's it.
Yeah,
It's coming
yeah,
down to the bowlers to help them out.
which is going to be difficult. So
It
the
is.
batsmen need to step up if they want to have a shot at this.
Yeah, there's. But the thing about the World Cup, if you're following, it's like when Muhammad Ali is fighting, like the jabs that have been sent, because Michel March actually tweeted Australia 415 for two, India 65 all out.
These are the extreme.
Yeah, very much so. I went 65 all out. I thought, whoa. Yeah, so these guys are taking little jabs at each other.
That's good. Well, you know what? You're in the people's yard and you're trying to poke them. Let's see how they take it.
Yeah, we'll see how they take it. But it's gonna be whatever happens, it's gonna be a great finals tomorrow.
It's going to be an awesome
And
finals.
I'll tell you, my pick is still Australia. Don't believe India will win.
You know what? I will say, it's good that you're going up against me.
Yeah.
But I don't think Australia is a good team, don't get me wrong. And the game can actually go anywhere because how I see it right now, India is strong, but they're beatable.
Okay. I'm gonna.
They're definitely
So
beatable. So
they are
let's see. Let's see.
beautiful. I think that you're gonna see some good performances by David Warner.
I think so
And
too. He's going
yeah,
to go out in style. I think he's
I
going to
think
try and
he's
go out in
going to.
style.
Yeah, I think he's going to try to. So I think it's going to be a great game, and I give Australia the edge because
Yeah.
it's destiny.
I know. Well, I give Kohli the edge, and I mean they're unbeaten, and I think they're gonna continue their unbeaten stroke and streak. And to me, that they're more like the Destiny team. They just seem to find a way to win, and not only win, but win convincingly every game they play. So they have not truly been challenged as yet. So maybe getting a challenge may cause them some problems, but I think with 130,000 people cheering for them, mostly,
Oh
they're
yeah,
gonna find a way
mostly
to
it's
win.
going to be yeah,
Yeah, yeah. I think they're gonna find a way to do it.
yeah, and they haven't won since 2011 India, right? I
Yeah,
think
yeah,
is
it's been a
last
bit.
time.
It's been a
They,
bit,
but
but
they've met 13 times, Roger, in ODI World Cups, and Australia has eight, and India five.
yeah,
So
yeah.
India has a chance to change that in a big way.
Sure, it's gonna be 8-6.
9 and 5. nine and 9-6, 9 and yeah,
Nine
nine
and
and
five.
five,
Yeah,
9 and
let's see how it goes. But at this point in time, yeah, I think Kohli may come with another century to sort of solidify the statistics to say he's the goat.
yes, he probably
Statistically,
will
statistically.
for sure. So we'll keep an eye on him. I think I'm gonna get up and watch it from
From
3:30.
start to finish. Oh yeah,
Start to
there you
finish.
go.
There's a number of people actually having parties, but I'm not that crazy to go out to have any to go
Yeah,
to any of those things. I've been invited, but I just respectfully
chill it out.
decline.
Yeah, yeah, I know.
Yeah, but I just like to watch it in my own privacy and enjoy the
Correct.
game because you
Enjoy the
don't
game.
enjoy it when you're with so much people.
No, you enjoy
Yeah,
the company, not the game.
not exactly. Yeah, and you miss plays and
You
everything.
miss a
So
lot of you miss a
yeah,
lot of things, and when you're into the game, there's a lot of things happening, even if it's not physically. You can see things happening behind the scenes. So you miss all of that.
yeah, we'll do. And just to wrap up with the cricket, so we can get onto some track and field in the interest of time. I didn't realize the time as we kept talking
Well,
about the World Cup, but the CWI Super 50, TNT are the champions. Did you
yeah, I
see
think I
the
did
diamond?
call that last week because I know you were
Yeah, we did.
cheering for
Yeah,
your team, but
I was going with my heart more than
hard the head.
than
Yeah,
anything else. But
it's hard to beat
yeah,
Trinidad there. Hard to beat Trinidad
it's
there.
very hard to beat. And people are saying that Darren Bravo has done enough to earn a recall for the West Indies
Yeah, I
series.
had that question for you because I think, well, he now has 6 titles and he batted like a true batsman. I must say,
But
I don't think he's that good, but I think I had to give him respect for this year's tournament. So, who's he taking? Whose spot is he taking?
I give him respect for the tournament, but I don't see a recall
Yeah, I don't know if I'd recall him either, but I mean, that middle, I don't know. Sometimes it needs help, so who knows? I don't know.
because, well, yeah, that's the thing. If he's going to bat in the middle, because if you realize, unless Shea Hope is going to go back to open the batting,
Yes,
and he takes the spot of one of I don't know who's the openers.
I don't know. Well, if King is there,
King. I don't know
yeah,
if King is fit enough to
I don't
play.
know. I don't
That's
know.
the thing, because I haven't seen much of him. West Indies haven't
Yes,
been named a training squad or anything, so I don't
not
know.
yet. Yeah, but King was injured and he didn't play at all.
Right. But if King is fit enough to play, he should be in the team.
Yes, he definitely should be.
So I'm not sure whose spot he'll take, but I'm not in favor.
You're not in favor of calling him back.
No. I
I
think
think we should move on from him to tell the truth, but he did make a good claim. I must say,
he did. He did well.
he did well.
Um,
He did well.
and the other toss-up was between the spin bowlers because Walsh had a great season. And I
He did well.
realized he wasn't picked to go on the tour to South Africa, so is he in line for a call-up?
Who knows? It's going to be interesting to
Yeah,
see if they do that. But yeah, he did have a good tournament as well.
yeah, he did have a good tournament. And Athanaze was not on the West Indies A tour either, so you expect he will be in the West
That's
Indies team.
likely. Yeah.
So that's why I think Athanaze is a person who's batting his spot that he'll have to take, I think. That they're batting the same
Yeah, and I
position.
would rather go with the youngster than with
Yeah,
Bravo.
exactly. So I don't believe that he will be there. So I think they'll stick with the team that won the last ODI,
Yeah, yeah, I think
except
so
for a
too.
barren injury by King. So
King, yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah. Oh, you're right about that.
And quickly in some news and notes, well, the emerging island, Roger, take first match against West Indies Academy, and I was surprised because at one time they were 45 for 5. And when
I know.
I stopped watching the game and thought this
It's
two
over.
one-sided, yeah.
And
But
they came
then
back.
they came back. There was, yeah, I think the openers scored 100.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and yeah, it was no answer by the West Indies. And
Which I don't even know what to say about them sometimes, but I expected
yeah,
better though. I
I
must admit.
expected better. Cummins, the opener. I think they got complacent and they probably thought it was too easy
Too easy. Yeah.
and
Yeah.
and just faded away because they were
That's my
just cruising.
that's my belief as well.
Yeah, and
You never get complacent until the game is done, in
yeah,
my opinion.
and a lot of cricket for the West Indies as De Silva is also he wants to lead from the front in the South Africa tour. He's the lead captain for the A-team tour. Any
I saw
thoughts on
that.
that?
I think I like what he brings to the team, and he's tough, and he does goes out there and battles every time he plays, and he wants to do well. I think I don't know, like putting it this way. I think he's just an average guy who does he gives
Works hard.
120% every day. So
Yeah,
I give him credit for that, and yeah, I'm not surprised that he made a statement like this because that's who he is. I think.
yeah. I think he has to work hard. He's not the natural
No,
talented kind
no,
of guy. So
no, he's not. He's not.
yeah, so he
But
has to work.
he's gonna outwork you if he can.
Yeah, and yeah. So that tour is on. Andrew Cole is going with the team as head coach.
Yeah, which is a good thing. He can
He's a
see
good
up
thing.
and
He's a white.
comers, and yeah.
Yeah, he's a test coach, and Jimmy Adams is the assistant coach. Yeah,
Oh, oh boy. But yeah, well, let's see what Jimmy does.
Jimmy is a batting coach. He's
Batting
an,
coach, yeah. I was
yeah,
telling you last week that they named him as the
yeah.
batting coach. So
Wow,
it's interesting to see how he will do, But
very
he's when
interesting
it
for
comes to
sure.
cricket, Jimmy's a very solid guy.
Very much so. You talk to him, he understands the game very
He
well.
knows it very, very,
Yeah,
very well.
yeah.
That guy lives. They talk about people like Jordan who gets up at 3 in the morning and then works out until 11 at night. That's Jimmy with his cricket.
Correct,
Always, 120% effort every time, every day. He loves the game.
for sure. And finally, West Indies Rising Stars under 19 to play
Hmm.
5 matches in Trinidad. They're playing three against Trinidad under 23, and then 2 matches against the USA in
Oh, nice.
preparation for the next World Cup. And we'll find out if it's still in Sri Lanka because Sri Lanka is suspended by ICC. We'll
I
know
know.
on Tuesday what happens, and
I
the
know.
World Cup can very well be moved. Maybe we're going to be in Dubai. Who knows?
Maybe who knows? But yeah, I'm sort of interested to see how these rising stars do. I think they gave a fairly decent account of themselves last time they
Hmm.
played over there in
In
Sri
Sri
Lanka.
Lanka,
Yeah,
yeah.
so I think it's an interesting group. So let's see how they can do here.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing what's the young
Johnson,
Jamaican who
yeah,
scored Johnson,
Johnson, yeah,
yeah. Yeah.
yeah, he scored 2 centuries.
Yes, so I'm looking forward to see him. And just ending on the note that Joel Wilson, he's with the third umpire, the TV umpire for the World Cup semifinals.
Ah, we got a
So
Caribbean presence there.
there's Caribbean presence, two Englishmen are in doing the finals.
I
So
know, yeah,
yeah,
yeah, yeah. Well, I mean,
so
they can make the World Cup. At least they had an umpire there.
yeah,
Someone from the Caribbean is there.
yeah.
Interesting. And one last one before we kick out of cricket
Hmm.
was Babar Azam, who I think is another great batsman.
Hmm.
He's given up the Pakistan captaincy in all
Yeah,
formats. Were you
in all
surprised with that?
formats. Not surprised. I could see it on his face. When he landed in Pakistan, he looked dejected, tired,
Mm,
but yeah, maybe he just focus on his game and just
mm,
because probably there's a lot of issues in the dressing room. So not a
maybe.
yeah, from what I heard, there was a lot of issues in the World Cup in the dressing room. So he not a big surprise that he did that.
Wow.
So
He's one of my favorites too. I think he's an awesome batsman.
yeah, he is definitely, and he'll continue to score lots of runs.
Yes, yes.
Yeah,
See, they're saying he may score more now.
he may exactly.
Oh
Yeah,
boy. Let's see if he does that.
yeah, that's it. I think for cricket, and then we can, if you have, oh yeah, we still have some time. We still have 15 minutes to go, so we
Yeah,
can just go through
sure.
some of those things that are happening in the world of track and field, but
Track and field
off
for
field.
sure. So, we start off with the World Athlete of the Year from World Athletics, December the 11th. De- December the 11th is the day when it's going to be announced, but the short list has been named. And for the men's side, we have Chopper from India for javelin, Ryan Krauser, the shot put world record holder, Mondo Duplantis, the world record holder in the pole vault,
Mm-hmm.
Kiptum, the marathon world record holder. He won the London and the Chicago Marathon this year. And of course, Noah Lyles, who was world champion in the 100 and 200, and he's been undefeated in 6 finals at 200 meters. But I don't know. It's always hard to say, are you going to give it to a consistent guy like Noah Lyles, or are you going to give it to somebody like Kiptum, who went and broke the marathon world record? So I think it's going to be between those two. Not
Oh,
disrespect to
okay.
the other three, but I think it's going to be between those
So the
two.
planters don't have a chance, I
I
don't
think
think,
he has a decent shot.
but the
I
other
mean,
two,
yeah, the other two I think were more high profile than him this year. Same as
okay,
Krauser, because Krauser did well with the world record as well. But I
yes,
think somehow it usually ends up either on the track or on the road, unless the
Mm,
other guy in the field was so good. So these three field eventers are, in my opinion, not a little disadvantage, but
yeah.
we will see. We will see how it goes. I don't know. I think they're gonna give it to Noah Lyles, but let's see. I mean, Kiptum has a really, really, really good shot. On
Mm,
the women's side, Sharika Jackson from Jamaica, she made the top five as well.
right.
She's 100, 200-meter Diamond League champion, 200-meter world champion, 100-meter silver medalist, second fastest ever in the 200 meters. So she's done well, but she's going up against Faith Kipyegon, who I think is going to win.
I
World
think
records at the
so too.
15 mile and 5,000, and she's world champion at 15 and the 5,000. That is just difficult to beat. But she's going up against Asifa from Ethiopia, the marathon world record holder. Femke Ball, world 400-meter hurdles champion and world indoor 400-meter record holder. And Yulia Rojas from Venezuela, she never loses
Mhm.
the triple jump event. She's a world champion, Diamond
No,
League champion, and world record holder. So a tough field on the women's side, tougher than the men's side, but I think it's going to be Faith Kipyegon. I don't see how she could lose, to tell the truth.
yeah, I was
Three world
thinking it's
records.
between her and Elaine, actually. I mean, Shara and Sharika, but
Sharika, yeah.
she'll probably edge out Sharika.
Yeah, yeah. Three world records. And even a lot of people are talking about Asaifa for the marathon world record. So
Oh, wow.
yeah,
Okay.
she destroyed the world record.
She
So
did. Yeah, she did do that. Yeah.
who knows? So we'll see how that one goes. In other news, the big talk is about Elaine Thompson Hera, and I
Hmm.
just call it a debacle because I am so annoyed. I mean, to tell the truth, I mean it was because I met
Yeah.
her in Oregon and had a little chat with her, and I just feel sorry for what is happening to her right now. It's just so disgusting, in my opinion. But
Hmm.
she got the coach. The coach came in, and I think the coach is just a rookie who doesn't understand the business.
Right.
So the coach came in, brand new coach, asking for 15% of all her money.
15% is a lot. That's
Of
crazy.
all her money. I mean, usually they say 50% of the shoe contract or
Or some, yeah.
15% of what you earn on the track. Or she wants 15% of everything. Elaine has a ton of promotions that she does with
Almost,
Flow and
yeah.
other people. She wants 15% of that too. It's like ridiculous. So at the
Yo.
end of the day, the coach, and I'm very disappointed in Elaine's management team as well to go public with, as I put it, Elaine's business. So they're
Hmm.
saying, yeah, it would have amounted to $750,000 US per year based on
Okay.
how much Elaine makes. That's 15% of what she makes today. So
15%, right.
she's obviously making good money.
Hmm.
But you don't pay somebody $750,000. This unknown coach who hasn't done anything other than just
No.
getting started. So you know, the sadness for me is that everything is in the public domain.
Everything, because even the coaches come out and responded, right? And
Coach responded.
yeah,
Elaine's husband responded.
yeah,
Elaine's agent responded. She hasn't really responded, but I think she's probably just holding her head and saying, "Lord God, help me here, help me, somebody help me." The Olympics is 9 months away, Ingle.
they just need Elaine to focus. But she did say that she didn't say it was permanent when she moved to that coach. She said she was gonna
It's
just
interim, but I think after
okay,
she performed the way she did, she wanted
so,
to make it permanent because she was very comfortable with her. And this
okay.
woman knows her very well because she used to train her when she was with MVP. I don't know. They're saying a lot of coaches have interest, to coach her and all of that. I think the
Mhm.
only way Elaine can have any form of success is if she gets somebody that knows her. To figure out a new coach at this late part of the game, I think is just going to be impossible or very, very difficult for her to beat. She's not running against 10-7 people. She's running against 10-6, 10-5 people. So I don't know, what's going to happen if she doesn't have somebody who knows her in such
Right.
a short space of time.
So is she going back to her husband to coach her?
No.
Oh,
So
okay.
I think right now her husband is overseeing whatever she's doing because she's just starting her background. She started it late because she ran all the way to the middle of September. So I think she's just starting up background early season. I think her agent says she's doing active rest, so she's just about to start serious training. So I think he's going to probably supervise that, but they need to find somebody before the end of this month if they mean business. And I'm really hopeful that she goes back to MVP and just get it done. I would really love for her to win that Olympic double sprint champion three
I
times.
I think here's my prediction. As I said, I'll tell you. I think she's gonna win the 100, but not the 200, because I can't see her beating Sharika in the 200.
The only thing I don't even know if she can win anything, but I will say if she's ready and there, she is the only person I think who can beat Sharika in the 200.
Mm,
She has the best shot to do it. And I actually believe, to tell the truth, that she can. She
you
can do
can.
it.
Okay.
I think her 200, she doesn't run them a lot, and I don't think she's even spectacular at it. But whenever she comes to championships, she runs a perfect 200. She
Mm,
has it nailed down. If you watch her Olympic championships that she has won both times, how she has done it, she nails it at that time. Just at that time. She doesn't do it all the season, but that time she knows how to do it. I'm not so sure if Sharika has that type of mentality to run her best race in that type of competition. But we'll find out.
right.
We'll find out. But at this point in time, I don't think she's winning anything.
She's not, she won't win anything right now. Okay.
No, no. Until I see who's coaching her, I don't think she has a shot. But let's see. I mean, Shakari Richardson is no joke, right?
Right. She's
And
not.
I feel she's going to run 10.5. I mean, Shelly's doing her best to be ready. Sharika is still there. Times are going to be dropping. Elaine has to be on top of her game. Top of her
Hmm.
game.
She has to be. Yes.
Can she break the 200 world record? I don't know. But again, Sharika has a better shot of breaking it. But the two of them in that race, I think I'm sort of still leaning towards Elaine if with the two of them in the race right now. But let's see how they start the season and go from there.
Okay. We'll have a look at that.
We'll see how that one works out. But good prediction. I'll keep it in my back pocket to see how it goes
Yeah.
for next year, and I'll remind you when it happens.
I'll text you when I'll text you when you're jumping up on the front line, in
I
the front
know,
seats.
I know. It's about the track and field news. Christopher Taylor, the Jamaican superstar
Hmm.
child athlete, he ruled Boys and Girls Championships for years and started off having a very solid career. He's now been banned for 30 months
Wow.
and will miss the Paris Olympics because he refused to give them a sample. And they're saying it's a miscommunication. He did ask the guy, "What's the penalty if he doesn't do it?" And the guy sort of said he get a warning or something like that, and he just took it and didn't give them the sample, and now he gets 30 months.
So yeah.
So, but he should have known better than that. I
Yeah,
don't
you
think
should have known better than that.
it's a
Yeah.
silly excuse, in my opinion. But I will just leave it at that. But sad to hear that. I mean, it's somebody I know well. I've been out with him for lunch and hang out with him a bit, so I know him very well. And very sad to see this happen to him. And he's going to miss the Paris Olympics. And this
Mm,
may have been his best chance to do something at the Olympics. I don't know about 2028. That's a little far. So we'll
yeah.
see if he can hold on until then. In other news, Alberto Wantoreno, who, as a kid growing up and seeing that
That's the
Cuban with
name.
the
Yeah.
400 and 800 at the Olympics was just truly awesome to watch. Well, he's now in a wheelchair and has challenges speaking as he's recovering from a degenerative disease. So, wishing him well, wishing him a recovery, and a great, great, great athlete, a great human being. So, I hope he recovers from his challenges that he now faces.
Let's hope so. That's
And
a name that I grew up hearing.
yes, 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 he's a legend in the Caribbean. Trust me, a
Okay.
legend. And the last one is the IOC has recommended that national Olympic committees avoid participating in the 2024 World Friendship Games. Friendship Games that's
Mm,
going to be in Moscow. It's put on by none other than Russian President Vladimir Putin. So he wants to have two games happen before and after the Olympics, the BRIC Games and the new Friendship Games. So I think for him, he says the sole purpose is to give his Russian athletes the opportunity to compete internationally. But they're saying nobody goes to these games, please. Just disregard these games. So
you see. Uh-huh.
I'll keep one eye on it to see if anything happens with that at all. That's about it for track and field. There anything else on track you wanna?
No, that's about it for track, really.
All right. Let's switch
Otherwise,
over to some soccer, football in our
hmm.
parts of the world. And there's a big match that is supposed to be happening, and it's supposed to have started at 10:30 this morning. I'm not sure if it did, but Jamaica versus Canada in the Nation League, and of course the winner gets a shot to go to Copa America. And go on to the quarterfinals of the Canadian the CONCACAF National Nations League. So it's a two game series. The first game is in Jamaica this Saturday morning. It was supposed to be yesterday, but everyone knows about the flooding that happened in Jamaica, so they had to postpone the game to this morning. Let's see if it's going to be played. But then on Tuesday at 7:30 at BMO Field, we're going to
I
see that
think,
return leg.
yeah, it's I'm not sure if it's played because I'm still seeing something saying that it's rained off, so I'm not sure.
Yeah, I don't know if they're gonna. It was the field was
Yeah, I was
waterlogged. So
speaking to a friend yesterday. He told me how much rain is in Jamaica, but
yeah,
I
yeah,
did
it's a
not
lot.
realize it was
Yeah,
that
it
bad
was a
to
tropical
stop a game.
depression. Yeah, it
Because
everything got cancelled.
my little my nephew, when he looked at, he was going through he was checking the sports because he loves sports, and he's a nine
Mhm.
years old, and he said to me, how could a soccer game get canceled for rain? Don't they play in rain?
That amount of rain. This was a
Yes,
serious
right,
amount of
yeah.
rain. Serious amount of rain. So that's how it goes. Hopefully the game goes this morning, and we can get the second leg here on Tuesday in
On
BMO
Tuesday,
Field.
yeah.
So weird that they said it's weatherman says we may have rain on Tuesday too. So I hope it's
Oh
not
wow.
that much rain. We'll see. There was this award in Europe called the Golden Boy Award, given to the best under 21 player in Europe, and the winner, deservedly so, and I think this guy is going to be a superstar. Is England and Real Madrid midfielder Jude Bellingham.
Mm-hmm.
He is fantastic, and yeah, he won the Golden Boy Award, and I have I have great respect for what I've seen this guy done on the pitch, and I think he's going to be one to watch. I must say, I think he has greatness written all over him. So let's see if he can live up to that. But kudos to him, the Golden Boy 2023. And finally, before we run out of here, there was in the EPL, Everton. They got a massive 10
That's
point penalty for
yeah.
financial misconduct. It's like, you tell me, is that fair or unfair? 10 points, Ingle?
But sometimes it's unfair, but who knows?
Eh, This
It's
season is
sometimes I
done.
think they just want to make sure that they send a message.
That's a strong message.
Yeah, it's a
That's a
strong
very
one.
strong
Yeah,
message. So
yeah.
I don't know what's going to happen to them. I mean, it's Jason Portwander's team, so I know he's
Jason's
probably
team.
crying
Yeah,
somewhere now that
yeah,
they're probably going to be demoted into the League One. But let's see. let's see. Let's
yeah.
see. 10 point
Ten
deduction is
point.
huge.
It is huge. And Roger just got an update. The game has started actually, and it's 20 minutes into the game. It's 0-0
The
Jamaica.
Jamaica game is finally got started. Okay,
Yeah,
good. So they
yeah.
did get it started. Perfect.
They did
Perfect.
get it started, and it's yeah. So maybe we can get it on. I'm not sure if TSN or anything is showing it.
I'm gonna check around to see who was showing it. I know for yesterday, no one really was. I think what is it called Fubu or football. It was showing it,
Hmm.
but nobody else.
Oh,
So I'll
okay.
see if I can find something. It's been paid.
For sure. Paid per view.
Yeah, but I'll check
Yeah,
to see if C, one of those have it as well.
have it on. Yeah, for sure. Well, just an update on the tennis before we go. Sinner came back, won the second set, but he's down. I mean, sorry, Medvedev, but he's
Yep,
down 4-1 to Sinner in the final deciding. So
4-1 is hard to come back from.
it's
So it
very
looks like
hard to come
yeah, it
back.
looks
So
like
it
it's gonna be a city
looks
champion
Sinner and
finals.
whoever. Yeah.
Interesting.
So it would be yeah, great. So that's it. We've come to the end of another show. It's the Raj and Ingle Sports Hour, and an hour has gone by already. You're listening to
Yes.
Afrobeat, Love Bay Afrobeats Music Talk Radio, and I want to say enjoy the rest of your weekend.
Have a fantastic weekend, everyone, and see you again next week.